Well, welcome back. We're glad to have you with us again for
Yeah,
another episode of Trash Talk. You know,
made
one
it
thing,
to March. Made it to March.
yeah, we're into March, which you always think March, spring. You know,
Mm,
you know, Puxatawny Phil, I think saw
said
his
6 more weeks.
yeah, but we always think of that March is the
Yeah.
beginning of saying goodbye to winter.
See, I
Although,
always wait till April. Then I feel like a little bit better. Not that we've had anything that's been remotely close other than a week,
yeah,
of winter. But I mean, it was 70 the week after that. Um, but yeah, I always look at April and you got to start thinking about, okay, probably not going to wear these jackets anymore. Not that, we really needed to, but you start looking at things that you want to do. For me, it's like, okay, I'm going to bust out the pots, like not the, kitchen pots, but my planters and some of the plants that I have brought inside
right. You
for
can
the
now put
winter.
back outside.
I
Yeah,
can start that transition of acclimating them to fresher weather, which is what they want anyway, and hopefully real rainwater. And then I start thinking about what am I going to do? I'm going to clean up the patio. Why did this get dark? Anyway, I'm going to clean up the patio. So, things like that and start planning again.
right. Well, yeah, and for me, I got patio furniture that's been covered up for
Yeah.
for the winter. You take the hoses off of the spigots and everything. Now you get
Start.
it's safe enough to put that back out to start using that in the garden. Uh,
Hmm.
and when put the umbrella out there. However, you and I are both from the Midwest, and you'll relate when I say to you that there were many years where it was clear for Christmas and there was snow on the ground for Easter.
That happens.
So,
Don't rule out. Don't rule out. I don't think we'll get that here, but don't
yeah,
rule out, the late Easter snow or freezing temperatures.
yeah, I wouldn't put the shovel up in the attic yet,
Mm-mm.
or the salt for the for the sidewalks.
And I'd be very careful on the plants, even here in Texas too. I'd be very careful on how you start to plant and how you start to get your bushes. I mean, you can start cleaning out the flower beds and all that.
Yeah,
You can start raking and getting some things, but going full steam ahead, now you might want to wait till like Memorial Day, you
yeah,
know?
no. This is a good time also to start clipping back some of
Yes.
the plants that are there, your annual plants and everything, to let them start
Yes.
to regrow.
Get their
Uh,
life back.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
I agree. I agree with that. And I also like the uh doing the cleaning too, just rinsing off, if you've got your rocks on the flower beds and stuff like that, your borders, just start rinsing them off, getting some, I mean, they're going to get dirty, but you know what I mean, how it is,
yeah,
just really start to kind of freshen things up. And I like doing that. I had an awesome planter on the patio, a planter box that I got last year, really good price. And before I could start to even do anything to it, we had tornadoes and storms. And my patio's huge and nothing usually blows off it. I'm still amazed how this happened. It took it away. It took it
is
and
this one that
moved it.
is this one of these that hangs on the rail?
No, it's got
Oh,
legs. It's a standing.
okay.
And it took it and like bent like over the patio and down almost into my neighbor's yard and shattered. That's the first time in any like that it's ever happened. And I was like, okay, so I was like, I'm not buying another one this year. It was more of a, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to do it this year, you know.
That's the answer to the question, should I get rid of it or should I, keep it? And then Mother Nature comes along and says, I'll help you with that.
And then I tried doing something kind of shady. I'm not going to lie. I was like, I'd had it for like a week And I was like, oh, I can still return it to Amazon. So I said, can we return it? And they're like, well, what happened? And they asked me all these questions. I'm like, nah, I'm just lying too much. I can't do this, man. Like the guilty conscience took over, like it wasn't a simple like, because I'll be real, I've had something where I bought from Amazon. It was another planner type situation, a small one. And I was tightening up the screw and I just did it too much and it went all the way through. And I was like, darn it. Well, I just said, hey, it's got a hole in it. The screw went through, and they didn't ask how, and I got a new one, but I wasn't going to do that. But I'm excited because I really like it. Luke likes doing it. It's something I started with him a lot when he was younger, and he enjoys it.
I was just going to say that is a great family activity because I remember when our kids were growing up and we were up north and all, we had a little vegetable garden, and it was always fun in the springtime to go out there and put the seeds in, for the
Mhm.
lettuces and the carrots and the tomatoes and things like that. And then within a matter of a few months, all of a sudden you get to see the fruits of your labor.
Yeah, it's a
And
good
and
time.
and then it's a good activity for kids to get involved in when they're young because then that gives them, I think, that interest in having flowers and plants around their dorm rooms and when they get out of school to add that to their daily routines too.
Yeah, I agree. And then they can, and it's just yeah, more time outside. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? More time outside. And I love it because I'll see like we'll have some bees come up and I've planted some flowers that are friendly to hummingbirds. I don't have hummingbird feeder, but I've planted flowers that are friendly to hummingbirds. And so occasionally, especially where I'm at, 'cause I got a lot of trees, I'll see the hummingbirds kind of, and that's there's just sitting on the patio, drink coffee, sitting there having some wine, or just hanging out on the patio. Luke and
yeah.
I eat on the patio quite a bit when it's not 150,000 degrees outside. We'll have dinner on the patio. So sometimes in the evening we'll see the hummingbird. It's peaceful, it's relaxing, it's just nice.
I have a neighbor that has quite a few lavender bushes in his garden and everything, and it's created a home for butterflies.
I love that too.
And it's great to just you sit on the patio and you just see. I mean, you always say to yourself, what good is it to have a fish tank, sit and
No,
just watch fish. It's
it's
calming.
peaceful. Trust me.
Yeah, sit
Luke
just
has
have
a
a
fish. I'm
yep.
about to get a fish. And I walk in there and I'm like, I just sometimes, especially if he's not here and I got to go check on him, turn the light back on or give him a little food. And he's just, checking it out and comes up to there and looks at me. And now he does this thing where he follows my finger. It's kind of cool. And man, it's peaceful. I saw myself watching it and I said, did I just turn into an old man? Because I'm watching this fish tank and it's so awesome. But I feel that way about the flowers too.
Yeah, no, it's. I mean, why is it a calming thing that we're seeking? That these are the things that kind of when you do sit out on your patio, and you got the plants around you in the spring and then into the summertime, you just sit there and it's like sundown, and you're just it's your way of just kind of disconnecting from
Yes.
everything else that's going on. And
That's the key. It's a grounding thing. And like
yeah,
again, being outside is always good. And if you can contribute to that, and then that's the other thing you're contributing. Luke and I did tomatoes last year for the first time. We got one, we got two, but the second one was we didn't eat it. The one that we got, we ate. And I was like, we got one. He's like, Dad, we only got one. And I go, that's one more than I had. you know.
that's right. And it didn't
Um,
cost
It
anything,
didn't cost me any. We've done God, is it green beans or some sort of peas? We've done those before. We always do basil and all that.
Yeah,
And I always keep that inside. I have a little windowsill. I keep that inside because outside it gets eaten.
right, right.
But we do stuff like that. And he's got a plant. I should probably transfer it to another pot, but I'm scared I'm going to kill it. He's got a plant that is he's had for 4 years.
And I mean, is it just a regular green plant?
No, it's I mean, do I know what it is? Not a clue. I bought it when
Right.
it was this big.
Right. Yeah.
It's it's some sort of succulent thing. It's got like red spikes and it's cool looking, but
Oh,
it's in
okay.
oh God, it's in a not a shoe. It's in a car. The one that was in the
Yeah.
shoe, he it died, but it's in a car, and that's why I bought it when he was, 4 years old,
Yeah.
because he liked so much cars, and I thought it was cool. And he would spray it with the water bottle occasionally because you don't got to water it very much.
Yeah.
He's had it since he for 4 years.
You were mentioning tomatoes and all. You might try cherry tomatoes, a
That's
cherry
I think
tomato
that would be
plant.
better. That would because they're smaller and they don't
Yeah,
need
they're
as
small.
much.
You take them off, just put them on a salad or something like that, and then they
Yeah.
usually regrow quickly.
I need to do that. Yeah, that's a good idea. I think I'll do that this year.
Yeah,
We did try pumpkins.
growing a pumpkin,
Well, why not, right?
you got to have a
You,
little bit of room for that.
I just wanted one, you know, and I figured if it got small enough, it could be like a gourd type thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. We saw a couple of things, like nothing that looked like a pumpkin, but the plant and the process that started to do yeah. And then sometimes we just take the pumpkin seeds and go throw them in random fields and hope for the best.
I always had pretty good luck with carrots too because they grow beneath the soil.
I thought about that. I don't have room for that unless I get another one of those planters, you know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
But the other thing too, growing those plants not only looks good, contributes, it also gives a sense of more privacy on your patio. Like I know it, like because some of the plants will go over, and I don't know. It's just and not
Yeah,
that everybody stares at me when I'm watching, and I'm out there on the patio. But every now and then, there's this one neighbor goes outside, still smokes. Um, I'm judging. I'm like, it's 2026. What are we smoking for? Um, and he'll sit there and he's not staring at me, but he's staring off into the oblivion, never says hi. And I'm like, I need a plant to cover this guy from smoking.
yeah, yeah. So maybe put up some kind of a trellis there and let
Doesn't
some
say a word.
vine grow up there.
I started to say hi occasionally. I was like, hey, how you doing? And then he just sits there like a gargoyle. And I'm like, all right, I'll just stop saying hi.
You mentioned planters. People that have small areas like for patios and everything, they now have these vertical planters that
Yeah.
that you can grow your vegetables and you can grow spices and things like that. And it like sticks out 6 inches from a wall, but it can be
Goes,
5, 6 feet
oh,
high.
that's actually kind of cool. That's kind of cool. I will say the one thing about this place I live in is the amount of space I have on my patio for different things. So I mean, honestly, I could put a whole new chair system like bed out there. It's big. So I think I really like to add to it this year.
Yeah. Well, then you can sleep out on the patio and watch your plants at night.
That's true. Nothing like sleeping on the patio in Texas in the middle of summer, right?
Yeah. I used to have to sleep outside sometimes, but it wasn't by choice.
Yeah, you got booted.
Yeah, you got booted.
I know.
Got-
I've slept in my car before.
yeah, more than once.
More than once.
Yeah, that's why you used to get those air
Yeah.
fresheners to hang from the
Hang
rearview
from the
mirror.
car, and then if you don't have deodorant, you just swing it. Ah, there we go. We're good.
Yeah,
Time to go to work.
yeah. Cover up the smell of the food that you ate in
Yeah, and the
there.
funk.
The results of what the food did to your
Yeah, it can get
body.
pretty rough out there. It's rough.
I love I love because I've done that too. The air
There you go.
freshener
Yeah. Hey,
just just before you
next
pick up
morning, man. Next morning.
just before you pick up your date
Yep.
and hang it back up there.
And just call it a day.
Speaking of calling it a day, probably time for us to sneak on out of here too.
Yeah, I got to get productive.
All right, go out and make it a good one. Come back and see us again next week.
See you guys.